last episode, kind of got everything a little started off, and Tommy Vercetti just stopped at the mall and just put on his little casual clothes. We'll hop in the little
Hope, a dream of a better
Oceanic right
tomorrow.
here.
By
Oceanic saw
encouraging
me
people to
steal
grow
this
their
car. I
own
kind
root
of thought it
vegetables.
was my.
What's
Why are
the
there so
satisfaction
many
of
right
holding a
here?
gun in your
Jeez
hand
Louise.
when you could be holding a hoe, planting
That
seeds
must be
in
a
a peasant
glitch. There's
village?
15
Keep your
different people
hoes
right
and
there.
seeds to yourself. We don't need gun control. If you read the Constitution,
So,
it's a sacred document that should not
got
be
some
changed.
options.
Under our
Gotta
Constitution,
figure out
women couldn't vote,
where
but the
and
liberals come in crying
what to do. Do I go
tears.
talk to
We need to
Avery
get
or?
scaremongers and non-believers, men like you,
And I think we're
Chavez,
gonna go to
under
Avery
control.
first.
I've got a good mind to have your
Well, we
funding
could go to the
removed.
boat, but
We
we'll go to
don't get
Avery.
any
We'll see
funding.
what's up.
Yeah,
over
exactly. Well, good. You won't see a penny out of me. You've got to stop spreading these lies or I'll whip you myself. I'm not afraid. The Constitution asserts a man's
What
right to
happened just
bear
then? It
arms
feels like I just got a
and armed
flat
bears and
tire
all
going.
points in between. Whoever heard of a gun or a bear causing problems? This is all cocky pop or whatever that word is. It keeps the employment, and unemployment comes from poor economic performance and lazy people. If you had a job, would you steal a car? Of course not. And if you had a high-rise condo, a mistress, and a seat on the board, would you run around graffitiing your name all over town and making a nuisance of yourself, spinning on your back and popping and locking and... Not a hope. It's simple. If you don't have a job, starve. Get out of my constituency. By force, if necessary.
Come in and park yourself on the hide, son. Hell, my daddy used to say, never look a gift horse in the mouth. And by golly, he never did. Would you like a drop of the old Kentucky?
No thanks.
A clean thinker. I like that. Now, the property business isn't all about highfalutin paper pushing. It's about dirt, and the will to claim that dirt. You with me, son?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I need some tenacious bastard to let go of some dirt. And you look to me like the kind of guy to persuade him.
Persuasion's my forte.
Yeah, he'll be down at the country club, down on the golf course. They don't allow guns, so his bodyguards won't be packing lawgivers. Go beat 8 tons of crap out of him. Here now, I got you a membership. And boy, you're gonna need more appropriate clothing.
Dad's my new friend. I never had a friend with a weight before.
Get out of the way! You're slowing down the show, hon!
At one point in Uganda, I saw a great lake of sand and a massive speaking dog. It was a dog of love, not of hate. It was a spirit.
So everyone's making me go get new clothes. I'll be honest, and I just don't remember back when I was a kid playing this game. I don't remember you changing clothes this much, but I do kind of feel like it was in the game. That was, you know, in 3 you couldn't really change your clothes, but in this one you can. And you know what? Hate to do this, but let's see if it works. We need a little cash. He didn't drop any though. Interesting.
You're gonna make me freak!
Vice City was the best one, in a way. I mean, they all had, I think, their pros and cons.
When we are floating away in the
And what they were trying to do,
Caribbean
to a
Sea,
point,
free to
even
run
there, they
things
were
our
built
way,
on the same
singing Kumbaya.
mechanics. You know, this one, you have the ability to get these properties and develop those properties, and to a point, you know. And
Nice ass, baby.
Tommy Vercetti looks like he's got a tan a little bit. You know, he's been doing well.
Chavez. I own a small one-bedroom
Head
home.
to the golf
business
course
selling
real
flowers to
quick. It
people
should
stuck
be
in
right
traffic.
up here.
3 or 4 radios,
So
all
let's
turned
make
on.
sure we kind of just know where we were at in the map. Yeah, so there's the course, and you know, again, it's a big map. It just doesn't seem that big, but yeah, you got the big on. That's it. The whole map seems to be open from the start to a point.
Mean the working man. I mean, what kind of right-minded youth from a poorer background is going to spend his time...
And so we'll see kind of how everything goes. Make sure it's his last game of golf. Oh man.
Por mucho tiempo hace calor en las calles y así es con esta música.
We have the chainsaw. So Vercetti already wrecked some people with their chainsaw earlier, and we're gonna go wreck this guy too because I don't even want to deal with trying to find a golf club right now. So we'll take my time, I guess you'd say.
Who is this guy? Boys, deal with him.
They didn't drop anything. What weapon? Does it do the track the blood thing? It does, that's so funny. That blood looks so different than the first one.
You've got to give a man a chance. Prisons are overflowing with wasted potential. Make the guilty men innocent.
So that
once
was
more.
easy, you
Free
know, just
them
walk
from
into the golf
themselves.
course and
How?
slay
How on earth do
everyone
you
and
do
no
that?
one pays attention.
Well,
Two-stone, how do you get in there though? When you get the hidden packages, at some point they give you stuff. I do remember that. At your starting house or wherever it is. I need 3 clay to buy that house, so that's my next real thought. No, we're keeping the chainsaw. My Tommy Vercetti doesn't give he's kind of he's a little wild. He's frustrated he's even here.
But since you got elected, Vice City has been characterized by a government who cut aid
Let's go
to the
see what he
poor,
says. Let's go
offer
back
tax
to
breaks to the rich,
April.
and pay people to dump toxic
This
waste
coast's
near schools.
Yes, we've made a lot of progress.
And up on Capitol Hill, you were instrumental in pushing through a bill allowing the manufacture and sale of giggle cream, a dessert with potential
Driving
lethal
down the
consequences.
road.
Not true. Only 23
I like to
people
listen
have
to
died,
these
and several of them
commentaries
probably
sometimes. I
deserve
know
it.
I'm probably a different
With people being
type of
set
streamer
such a
or
bad
content creator, you know. Demolition Man sounds like my kind of gig. This might get us to that 3,000 mark.
Now look here, son. I got a problem, and I reckon you could help me with it.
I'm no builder.
No, I was thinking more of your demolition skills. Now this is the development as planned, and this is the property that we're looking at.
You're trying to say this new office block is kind of in the way.
You catch on quick. Now I'm gonna head out of town for a while, and if that office development were to face sudden and insurmountable structural problems, then
As a civil-minded individual, you feel obliged to step in and
save the rejuvenation of an important area of the city.
Where can I get more guys like you?
This is a Class A disaster.
And that's where the money goes.
Go to the top
interrupt.
front
Let me
van.
finish.
But you're not.
This man won't let me speak. You, Shorty, shut up and let.
This is so crazy. I can't even imagine what the next one's gonna be. So again, we're gonna, the part of the reason of playing this, use the RC helicopter to transport the bombs to 4 demolition ports. Oh, sounds fun. See, and like this was the first game to do, if I remember correctly, anything like this. These games, really. Fair enough. Fair enough again.
Crush, kill, demolish.
Like I need this.
So does he not see this helicopter flying around?
What the f...
They do. The day-night cycle is really good on this one. I mean, I feel like, again, something that most people don't really think about, and I'm not saying they were the first ones to do it. I'm not 100% sure, but if I remember correctly, like, these games, this one and the other one, were the first real games to kind of really do day and night cycles. Like, at least they're the first ones I played, you know, in a 3D setting like this, where the game itself was on a timer. That was a concept, in my opinion, that hadn't really been executed yet. And then they come around and do that. You know, essentially, though, this is just a, I mean, you put it in 3-dimensional space, so that's cool, but, I mean, weirdly, we'll talk about the similarities, too, for this one. It, you know, it's a bunch of games inside of games. This is the other thing I think people that aren't gamers don't understand. Like, essentially, they're like, oh, well, we like to play Pac-Man, where we run away from the little things, right? Well, this game doesn't always make you play Pac-Man, but in essence, the streets are the Pac-Man things. You know what I mean? You're not finding just the things in the corners to eat them because you can get the guns and cause all these problems or whatever, but in essence, it's Pac-Man in a 3D, and then they give you the story, and then they give you whatever else there is, you know, and it just like it keeps building and building and building and building and building on that. And most people don't play games, like the older generation, they don't. And again, we've heard the rumors, Rockstar, $2 billion maybe development. I've heard some websites even say closer to 10 billion. Now that's an interesting thing because again, y'all are using your own engines and stuff. So is that building the engine to help games like Red Dead 2 and stuff anyway? Can I kill these people with like my blade or something? And so, you know, I really believe, again, look at this game. This game came out 2002. I've already discussed this. Look how square it is. Everything's square in this whole thing. Now, that's not the worst thing in the world, and not everything's square. Once we get to the daylight again, we'll be able to see that my helicopter has rounded edges. You know, they concentrate on the polygons there. This is when I think we had to concentrate on polygons, you know. I remember developing back here when I was right about to start high school. This is what I was learning how to do, and I never finished school. There's a whole reason for that, but definitely didn't stop playing games. And so, and it's just interesting to see that where we've gotten to. And I would have believed it. I mean, if you would have told me, like, hey, in this many years they would, I mean, like, yeah, sure, it's coming, for sure it was coming. I could have went the other way, and that would have saved me a lot of time.
assholes. I'm saying shit.
Ah. Where is it at?
You want me to drill you?
This thing is not fast at all.
Like I need this.
So I got in an argument with someone, in a way, wasn't maybe not an argument, but, so I live in Texas, I live in West Texas, and West Texas is all about football, essentially, you know. Texas is all about football. We make pros in Texas in every sport, but specifically, definitely football, we make pros. One of the few places in the world that makes pro football players all the time. And so they were talking about high schools here, and because I call games for the high school, and it's a small school, a little 2A school, so but they still play football to me, 11 man. So she was asking me why I don't care about one of the other schools in our area, and they're really good. It's not that I don't care about them. They won state last year in Texas in their division classification, so positive, very good, well done. But I was like, it's not football. 6-man football is not football. Everyone can catch the ball. There's no real offensive line. It's not really football. Boom! There goes the dynamite. Look at all the people. They don't even run. They just keep walking like zombies. All the drunks. Excuse me. $1,000. So should I go buy that property? I don't want this. Get out of this. My little golf kit.
Against popular culture, or MAPC, or is it MAPS? Map K. I don't know.
Oh, I guess
we're deep in acronym hell right now.
Okay, so Avery ain't here no more.
And finally,
his name's Avery
we
still.
have Barry Stark.
So met him, businessman, kind of a cowboy. Texas boy, looks like. But now trying to make some paper out here in Miami like everybody else.
Here to bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists, we place Mr. Barry Stark behind a divider.
I'm naked back here.
Oh, don't jump in the road. Why would you jump in the road? You know, that seems like a terrible.
Let's start with the obvious, yes? Is it moral to be naked?
Yes, you can't stop me.
Well, I'm a mother, so I have to deal with this issue every day. My adorable kids have learned that it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time, they know to put on a bathing costume. That's also the reason there are no mirrors in my house. Nudity leads to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I may interrupt, I haven't worn clothes since 1982. Clothes are seriously unnatural. Didn't you guys learn anything from the 60s? I had a revelation when I was
Where
in
was
holiday
the
in Germany.
business that I was
always felt very
supposed to
constricted.
be able to buy?
Then it hit me like a slippery fish. Clothes are plain wrong. When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there. What if you die at work? What if an enormous piece of machinery falls on you while you're working?
Clothes lead to immorality. Nudity stops people from fighting. Have you seen an issue of National Geographic lately? People around the world are nude. You don't want to shoot a machine gun or a howitzer or a flamethrower if you're naked. It could burn or scald in quite a personal fashion.
So you can do
frankly,
like cinematic.
Have you been to the zoo? Animals are naked. If everyone
Oh,
were naked,
it's
there'd be no
dangerous.
war. Everyone's complaining about crime and the theft of cars in the city. No one's ever stolen my car. No one's ever pickpocketed me. They've never even tried.
That's because you're a degenerate loony.
If the police were naked, it would set a great example to everyone. You can direct traffic and donuts entirely in the buff.
Maurice, this kind of immoral behavior is exactly why I'm building the Pastor Richard Salvation statue. Noah had an ark, Texans had the Alamo, and I am building a highly fortified structure in my image. Simple. This 50-story statue will be able to deflect alpha, gamma, and beta radiation. The day is coming, and coming soon, where the artificial suns will rain down to punish the degenerates of this city. But you can save yourself. The Pastor Richard Salvation statue will be a completely self-sufficient community. We have canned food rations, private living quarters, and enough supplies to survive happily the predicted 40,000 years of nuclear winter. In Phase 2, and with funding from NASA, we will equip this massive statue with rockets. So when the poopy hits the proverbial fan, we will load up the statue with all of the people who have saved themselves through generous donations, blast into space, and colonize Saturn with a race of morally correct, affluent people ruled by
So if I remember
me.
correctly, actually, the point was shouldn't...
No,
That's the
turd
thing, I don't know if that
brain.
building does
It's
that.
morally corrupt people like you we're shielding ourselves from. Liberals, degenerates, the Welsh. They're the ones responsible.
The Welsh. So all this was so quick.
Tommy, come and join me. This looks delicious, huh? Copy a snout.
Oh, no thanks.
Tommy, you are like a pompous breeze that has freed me from the stench of corruption. Although I must appear to mourn his passing and carry on with business as usual.
This isn't getting me any closer to my money.
Tommy, my friend, you are not in liberty now. Here, we do things differently. I will continue with my inquiries, but in the meantime, I have a valuable deal to close.
A favor for a friend, Cortez?
You're a good friend, Tommy. I knew you would not let me down. I need you to meet a courier who has obtained some valuable technology for me.
It's about putting the family first. That's really important.
Yeah, I can't any longer.
But I assure you that was a choice I made myself. My mother had nothing to do with it. Is it perfection we are seeking? A race of pop-singing, big-haired Supermen and women who bestride the world in 3-minute movies? I've had it with these abbreviated operas for the modern world. Is it a good or a bad thing? Will the fat lady sing? You must decide that for yourself.
Yo, step off!
Screen gets kind of tight sometimes. Oh, you can't use these stairs. Wonderful.
Oh my god, we are like so lost!
The rain, she's très wet this time of the year.
What?
Ah, comment?
Look, Cortez sent me. Just give me the damn chips.
Oh, d'accord.
Free the imperialist American pig that is propriété of the gouvernement français. Hand it over!
You American idiot! They followed you here.
Shoot him!
You've got to do better, Mr. Snell. Au revoir, you crétin.
Come on, stay calm. You push, Nate.
Oh, yeah, sorry, honey. I'm single.
You can't crouch and walk so like.
Don't run away from me!
Come on, jump. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I like to sprint with that button because of other games. close. That's funny.
Don't make me use this.
Do you have dry mouth? I sure do. It protects your teeth, fights infection, and lubricates your food. But what happens when you run out of soap? I can't talk. For personal dryness upstairs, it's Sour House. Wow, I can spit again.
I mean, there's roads, I guess. It's so interesting because it doesn't look that big, and then when you're in it, it's much bigger than it looks.
By 50%. No more halfway cures like coating your throat with cooking oil to have that extra piece of cake or bowl of kitty litter.
After a night out, my tongue tasted like carpet. It was embarrassing. Now with Salivex, I can eat a whole box of crackers or lick my life partner's stamp collection. Oh, no.
Get out, get out, get out. Get out, get out, get out. I don't want these things. You should run, Tommy. It's definitely not that we don't steal. It's that we don't like to steal if we don't have to. What does this say? John Holmes. Property for sale. Contact whoever. Where's my property? What does it do? Is it a house? Does it tell me if it generates income? Does it just become a save point? Okay, so where am I? Okay. Oh, it's right by Rosenthal's place, but Rosenthal's place wasn't that's the mall.
Thanks, guys. That one rocks. We're on B-Rock, home of the Vulture in Vice City. The Vulture is our mascot, which we need because those idiots, the retards, the guys that wear the suits in marketing, think that I can't carry the station on my own. Well, you're wrong. I hope I die before I get old. I'm sure I will, thanks to this life of excess I lead.
B-Rock. For people who wear name tags to work.
What makes a real American? A cowboy hat? Enjoying a...
$500. We'll take this. Thank you. A Cheeto. So it is cool that they've kept, I mean, it makes sense, but they've built their own, you know, card brands and this, that, and the other, all of it in the game.
Get to the payphone in Vice Point.
No, that's fine. But first property. It's a property we don't really need. Let's go make some money and get back on the deal.
So anyway, as I was saying, this early girl in the nightclub, you know. Now, of course, I, Fernando Martinez, did not come home with this chick. I have a reputation to keep a cover, but I could see she was all lonely and stuff, and I feel really bad. So I scour the nightclub from top to bottom, and then I find this snooty little English kid, or something, standing all alone, and I take him over to this ugly girl. I make them think. I make them talk. I tell them some jokes, and soon they are singing and they are dancing. And I think, Fernando, you have a gift, my friend. A gift for romance. I like to see men and women get together.
Waste the wife on him.
My compliments on a job well done, Mr. Teal. My client was very pleased. I have more work for you, with a more hands-on approach. Your next job is taped under the phone.
I'm thirsty.
I know people. And I have been sent to shine a light on all degenerates, philanderers, liberals, and other evildoers and expose them for what they really are. Don't waste your money on unnecessary and corrupting material possessions. Give it to me. There's only one thing that will save you. A highly fortified structure in the shape of the most powerful thing on the planet. Me. Degenerates will ruin this great city. In my wonderful book, I tell of the impending disaster about to befall this planet. Nuclear holocaust, plagues of flying rodents, the seas rising up and turning yellow. It is coming. It is written by me, but you can save yourself. Contribute to the Pastor Richard Salvation Statue Fund. Pick up your telephone. Call now. 1-866-9-SAVE-ME.
The science of evolution has uncovered many of life's mysteries, like tadpoles or the pyramids. But the mystery of the armpit remains. What's it for? Why is it hairy? And why do men have nipples? But one thing is for certain, the armpit smells bad. Luckily, there's Pit Balm. It's like napalm for your skin, or Agent Orange on your sweat glands. Pit Balm stops unwanted bodily functions in their tracks. It's as effective as sending GIs into a peasant village. When you're fighting the war against personal hygiene, bring out the heavy artillery.
Oh my God!
Music means to you. Here's music to Chris Taylor. Emotion.
Wasn't that beautiful? Like a gorgeous woman.
Washington, I don't think we're gonna catch her.
Watch out!
First mission I failed.
My compliment.
Livelihood.
Alright, where should we go out of this?
Whoa, you should lose some weight.
Just have the video, I think. car is strong. I don't like this car very much. This car's terrible too. Her car's strong. I just suck at wrecking into her car. It's so terrible when you drive the good cars and then you drive a terrible car and you're like, man, I can't steer barely. Wreck before I even catch back up. He was like just going to the police station at this point. He's squirrely. She made it through. Get out the way. How is it not just running her over? One time I want to run someone over. 13 bucks. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh God. Yeah, we gotta get something going here because this car is about to break. And I gotta. $2,000 on that. I didn't like that mission. That mission was just a little tough. Let's go back to Cortez because Cortez is gonna give me. Oh God, no, let me go. Blowing up, watch.
I am the master of darkness. That's why my name's Laszlo.
It's Laszlo on V-Rock. All Rebellion. We'll be right back.
He was a man of peace, living on a quiet farm in North Dakota. Till one
so we kind of quit meeting. Oh goodness gracious! Now it's wet too.
Tim, we need you. I'm a man
Sentinel feels clunky also.
I'm done killing. I want to raise a family. That's just it, Tim. They've got your family. No.
Jack Howitzer.
So I've had 190 for. I can't. How do I get out of here? Where's Cortez at?
I'm not married. You are now to America.
He went into
yeah, graphically I gave it a good grade. I mean, for what it is, it's just so much purer than the other one. It does make it better, I would say. I mean, if I put in the other one, it'd be kind of tough to want to play it.
He would have been a fine American.
This one, you're like, oh, it's remastered, it's fine.
Get yourself a body.
You just see the difference in the foundations of the games. Just honestly, you're amazed at what we're capable of now.
Exploder. Evacuator Part 2. Rated PG. May include patriotic garbage.
Hey, it's V-Rock, all the rock you want and some you don't. I know what the people want. Some mother-father V-Rock.
Tomas, I appreciate your coming. Forgive me for getting straight to business. Diaz has asked me to oversee a minor business transaction.
Let's hope it goes better than last time.
Which is why I thought of you, my friend. I've dropped some protection at the multi-story car park. Pick it up, then go and watch over Diaz's men at the drop-off. Gracias, amigo.
Diaz, huh? Apparently that angry midget runs this madhouse. Let's see what that creep has to do with things.
The cold.
Hogging all the action, I see.
Look, you want to do something other than just shadowing me everywhere? Why don't you come along and show me if you're any use?
I might just do that. The name's Lance, by the way. Tommy Vercetti. Let's go.
I don't remember Lance. Do I get to drive his whip?
My groove is a 300-pound love god, baby. I love it. Take me to Xanadu.
I got the fever, baby.
Word to daddy.
Fever 105.
I know a thing or two about juice. I'm 300 pounds of juice, fried up some bacon because I'm coming over for breakfast. Here's one you love. Juicy.
Sorry, bro. I understand.
You must be Cortez's new gun.
Until more gainful opportunities arise. They'll be here any minute. We both better get a good vantage point.
Okay, I'll take the balcony, you get the roof across the yard.
Chico, I got 2 outboard engines. Oye, men. No, man, it's not a problem.
Shit! Don't worry, I got you covered. They think they can sneak us, Chicano Diaz? Diaz's men are getting cut down! Tommy, I need some help here! Damn! Tommy! Damn! Oh! The fuel is burning in your heart.
So they tie both guns into this. I like the fights.
I live! Take heads, and it's all down to you. What is your name?
Tommy.
I see you soon, amigo, I think.
Shit, where's that guy Lance?
Hey, Dad. Des, you were telling me about the music?
Aye, yeah. You know, we wear these costumes to appeal to the working man, because after you spend the day working in a steel mill, you want to wear tight leather clothes and play air guitar. That's what we're about. The recent album was a musical trip through hell, and I think it shows.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I mean, I saw Satan. He didn't like what he saw in me. He saw darkness, but also truth. Ask man. I can find treasure in the dark.
Tommy, it's Ricardo Diaz. I want to thank you for looking out for me, my man. I asked that prick Cortez, he said you're the real deal, my friend. Will you not come see me? I need a guy like you. All I have now is dickheads. Dickheads everywhere, yo. I make you real rich.
So we're meeting everybody, so let's go meet.
Why? Because it tells you...
Where's he
Oh, thanks, Jazz. I've always thought your music really lets people see into your soul.
Right into great big pools of pain like me, dangerous bastard. You see, babe, I've had my heart broken and I'm still a man. I'm working on a song right now called Fallen Stars on Shattered Dreams in the Rain. It's about being able to...
I haven't been here yet. I remember you do go here quite a bit. This is gonna be where the final battle is. I think it's on the roof of this mansion actually at some point.
Snake symbolizes kind of a subconscious power force. Because life is pain, babe. And without music, I'd...
Big old house.
Come on, baby, come on! Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Stupid horse! I'll chop your head off! Who is this thickhead?
Tommy Vercetti. You remember me.
Excuse me, I'm a little anxious. Never trust a goddamn horse! You do a good job. You work for me now.
I work for money.
As I said, amigo, you work for me now.
I work for
Shut up! Some Judas has betrayed me. He thinks I don't know how much money I should be making. But stealing 3% is as good as stealing 100%. No one does this to me. No one. You follow him from his apartment, and you see where he goes. Later, we will kill him.
This asshole thinks he can mess with me? If this is the best Vice City has to offer, this is gonna be easy.
Oh, shit! Loser!
Oh, jeez. Am I supposed to shoot this guy?
You better keep on running, asshole! Hurry up, yo!
Show some reserve!
Rock station DJ, okay? Let's get some rock served up. This is B-Rock.
So when he shoots me?
Come on, baby, come on! Yeah!
Nope.
Yeah!
Let's gotta drive over them. It's lame.
This asshole thinks he can mess with me? If this is the best Vice City has to offer, this is gonna be easy.
Inferno? Is that what it was? Now Vercetti's feeling confident. He realizes that he's dealing with a bunch of, as that guy calls them, dickheads in the city, including himself, and yet they're running the city, so Tommy now thinks he can really take over. It seems like he's gaining that confidence. Thing is, I don't know if you're supposed to shoot the guy or not. Oh, escaped him.
Loser!
Kill him.
You better keep on running, asshole! Hurry up, yo!
Oye, mi brother, qué bárbara está esa canción, pero me estoy cansando de tocarla continuamente para ustedes y cuando volvamos voy a tomar tus live requests. Te lo digo, pero lo que te digo es mentira. Muy pocos de ustedes entienden mis palabras. You are my brothers. It's one big musical family aquí con Radio Espantoso.
Get in! Oh, unfortunate. Why did...
Come on, baby, come on! Yeah! Yeah!
This asshole thinks he can mess with me? If this is the best Vice City has to offer, this is gonna be easy.
So it's dangerous out there, so stay in your homes and let Super Rock and Mr. Magic entertain you. That's right, Mr. Magic ain't sweating it, no matter how hot it gets. Put the tape
Yeah, that's my fault. You come around doing 360s across the freaking highway, and it's my fault that I hit you. Oh God.
Just keep making the music bigger and better all the time. You can't stop Super Rockin' Mr. Magic, no doubt. You can't stop.
It almost makes you want to play 5 in a way, like again, at least online. I never really mess with GTA 5 online.
Now all you fly guys and fly girls, remember Mr. Magic's golden rule. Be yourself, you might find yourself by yourself, and that's no fun.
Because I think that the thing to do is to capitalize when you get a chance to get another car. So you kind of know the route now. Get off of that moped as quick as possible. Mopeding does not help me.
Loser!
Excuse me. Up the hill, down. Oh.
Too slow, Granddad. You better keep on running, asshole. Hurry up, yo.
Crazy level. That was bugs. Let's do one more mission. I don't know, for a second there I was getting tired of doing that one again, when the progression happens. It's like, so we'll go back. Which one? This way? He's at the mansion down there.
All the way live on Wild Style Pirate Radio with Super Rockin' Mr. Magic. You can't stop me, you can't find me, and I got a shout out for the crew on the beach getting some sun, staying out of trouble. That's the Mr. Magic way. Now let's do a little bit more music on Pirate Radio.
Yeah, this game, I mean, I just kind of do, I like, in a weird way, the simplicity of it. Like, it's not like it's simple. That's not what I mean. But it's not a game that's made right now, either. It's not something that, I mean, in time it might take me 20 hours, 25 hours to beat. Like, that might be true, but it's just so much less complicated compared to, like, what Red Dead would be. Jeez. sir.
What kind of incompetent fool are you? Fool! 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 Tommy!
What, Ricardo?
These idiots, they're always trying to screw you. That's the problem with this business. What do you think you're doing? These pricks have failed me miserably. Soon any mom and pop will think they could sell Gallo in Vice City. What next, huh? The stinking mafia? That gang place is a fortress at ground level. So Quentin here, Quentin! He'll fly you over the area. Eradicate them! What do you think you're doing?
Quentin, or is that Lance?
What are you doing here?
Hey, I've been asking around. It's obvious that Diaz jumped the deal and iced my brother.
And he'll kill you too.
I can take Diaz.
No, listen to me. I'll handle Diaz. He's beginning to trust me.
One thing puzzling me. What's with Quentin? I don't know. I always kind of liked it. Quentin Vance. Vance? Your name's Lance Vance? Hey, I got enough of that at school. Lance Vance, poor bastard. Where the hell are we headed anyway? Prawn Island. You ever fire one of those from a whirly? No. I'll get a bit of practice on the way, though. Okay, we're almost there. We'll make a couple of passes. So take out as many guns as you can. Then I'll set you down, and you're on your way.
Him package on the roof.
Damn, this is a war zone. Take out some of those guns.
Dark.
This thing ain't cheap to fix! Take them out! You're a my curve, asshole. You're going down. Okay! You're on your own from here! Good luck, brother! You're going down, mister. You too old for this.
Hold on a second. I feel like there's Take me out of here, you know? All bridges are open. Look at that. Made some progress. Oh man, there's no... Avery's back.
They already have some stuff on the side.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream. Let's answer this one.
Tommy, it's me, Colonel Cote. Look, senor, I believe you are a man who can get things done. So please have... You can find me at the boat, huh?
So now every mission's back, and we just gotta get to somewhere we can save it, and we'll be on our way. I'll take the spike since she was just...
We interrupt your programming to inform you all bridges in the Vice City metropolitan area have been reopened. Hurricane Hermione has not hit the city. Sorry for any inconvenience. We thank you for your patience. Now, back to the show.
So you have a great one. I'll put on something else later, a little session or something in a second, but for right now we're gonna end this stream. So thanks for watching episode 2. Made some progress. We kind of reset all of the missions. So we got the Colonel, we have Ricardo or Diego, I think, and then we have Avery, the businessman cowboy, to work for. And so things are moving up. Coming Vercetti, got us some guns, some extra guns going on. We kind of filling out the inventory, and so yeah. You have a great night.